Hey, Captain Crunch, yo. I know the last few videos you've been seeing a lot of me going to the range and stuff like that. That hasn't stopped. It's just not as necessary as even I would like to think it is. But I'll go when I feel the need to for sure. I was gonna go today. Didn't happen. I'll wait to see if these people probably call me about this recent job or one of some of the recent jobs I've actually applied to. Sometimes you gotta do that. Be home just so when the phone ring, you could be there. But that's not exactly what this is about. It's a little quick tidbit sermon again on wording. Remember some of those old wording? You know, I guess you could call them sermons I used to put out there. Don't just say that the word sounds like the way it actually is meant or is spelled the way it's, well, spelling is variable. But don't think the meaning that you've been taught is what the meanings of some of these words actually are. And then there's like alternative meanings. I mean, words are flexible sometimes. So you've read the Bible, that's my favorite book. Can't think of a topic in life that isn't covered just in that one book alone. And it revolves, it changes. When you read it, it's not always seemingly the same. And you haven't changed books. The same one book you read it and you see something else different. It's alive. But saying that, this is what I'm getting to today. Most people know what Satanism is considered. And there's the play on words. You read the Bible. I just read it, maybe just I don't know, a few months back. That actually says the power of Egypt is to make people sit down. Now, y'all don't know the old story about Pharaoh and all of that Noah and all them kind of things. Not Noah, Moses, my bad, and how that went down. But there's more to it. This is modern day times. Some people know what has been happening on that side of the world in general. But sit downism, and then think of it as Satanism. What happens to the human body when it sits down? It slows down. Then sit long enough, it starts to show signs of sitting down, lethargy. Sit down even longer than that, you start to see breakdown, which causes repairs. And nowadays repairs can be costly if you have money to repair it, or if you don't know how to repair it yourself through knowledge of study and prayer and guidance to what books to study, or hearsay of whatever it is. It is sometimes not easy to repair what's been broken down as far as the body goes. So you see how these folks over there have this quote unquote social culture, where they have what they consider elitists, only meaning money for the most part. With some of them, they literally only mean they have more money. Not that they look better, not that they feel they act better. Sometimes they know they don't. A lot of times they know they don't. All they have is money. But anyway, just saying, if you've seen another way to look at it, how beautiful some of those people are, or a lot of those people are in Egypt or around that area. If you think you fine and then you go to Egypt and then all of a sudden it's like, I don't want to go to Egypt anymore. I don't feel attractive anymore. Honey, make those people less attractive. Like Kali Muscles do. That'd be funny watching them sometimes. But anyhow, just saying. But if somebody looks so good that every time they walk into a room, everybody got to go sit down because they know it ain't their turn no more. Yeah, that could be the other way too. I know one particular person who I seen, and she wasn't necessarily doing what everybody else might have to be the most favorable job you could say in the world. And still, if y'all ever seen that movie Pretty Woman, some people just don't care. Uh, you could boil dust off anything. I see people drop food on the floor and pick it up and eat it. Go kiss it up to God. Well, you might have to kiss some things up to God in this day and age. You know how it is. Be a Christian. You always hear people saying, "Oh, you want to be a Christian or you want to be a preacher? You're going to be poor." Oh, I used to hear that often in plenty. I say, no, I happen to notice I like the kind of girls that so fine or so attractive to me. They don't even make you. I know, shouldn't be. I ain't supposed to for no children. They ain't just make your dick hard. Your life and all might get flicking hard. Is how good some of these is look. And knowing how Christianity is, describe what happens, how people are going to be in the last days treated and live sometimes. It don't take a lot to try and add the pieces of the puzzle anyway. Satanism, sit downism. Power of the Egyptians is to make people sit down. Whether that means don't even bother trying, or whether that means let's make them more attractive so they could shine or something. Whatever that means to you is what it actually, literally, actually is. Anyway, branch out.